but still a good showing for this division. We're missing the Bromleys tonight. William Heinman's not here tonight, but nonetheless, a good showing. Field beginning to stack up behind pole sitter Jason Scrover and looking to avenge a win lost in the tech shed a couple of weeks ago. Aaron Foy, leading rookie. Then it's Eric Kotowitz and Brandon Gaither, Frank the Tank, and Joe Warren. Green flag is in the air. We are feature racing here at New Smyrna. How about 4 wide? You think these guys want to go racing or what? Down through the water as they go into 1. Look at Brandon Gaither. Brandon Gaither from 4th. He's got the lead down the back straightaway. Gaither in the 15 got his first Bomber A win out here a week ago. He wants his first B feature win, and he's got it. Brandon Gaither to the lead in a wild 4 wide scrambling 1. I told you, if there's any water out there, these guys are going to find it. Brandon Gaither, Jason Scrover, and Aaron Foy the top 3. Foy's got the Pontiac rolling well. Eric Kotowitz 4th, and Frank the Tank. It is a 5-car breakaway at the front, back to Skinny Roth in the 80. Joe Warren sideways as he's been all day long. Keep around that 27. He's fun to watch. Five cars breaking away at the front of the field. Chuck Brewer down on the inside of the old Lincoln down the back straightaway. Brandon Gaither, 15, pulling away. Big lead right now for that 15 car. A couple of weeks out, he made his debut. Couldn't keep the car running tonight. He's running away from the field. Eric Kotowitz going to jump out of line. He's looking for 3rd inside of Aaron Foy. The Foy boy racing number 7 drops a spot. 3 wide as they head into 1 at the back of the field. They sort that out. Frank the Tank, he's got to run. Car 23 running to the front. Here comes Eric Kotowitz at 22. He's got ahead of the team going down into turn 1. Eric Kotowitz, former Superstock competitor, now door-to-door with Jason Scrover for 2nd. Scrover fading in the silver machine. 5 laps already complete. Oh, Kotowitz, he must have found some water. A little bit of a skip and a jump down there on the apron of the racetrack. Hangs on to that 2nd spot. Battle for 3rd. Here comes Frank the Tank. Lucas Johnson, Jim Snyder door-to-door down the front straightaway. Frank the Tank and Jason Scrover door-to-door off 2 down the back. Brandon Gaither, a dominating performance right now in car number 15. Showed his muscle, won his heat. Got to start 1 spot forward when the 58 car dropped out. Side by side for the 3rd spot. Frank the Tank, the point leader, rolling forward now. Mike Dahm in the 56 having a struggle tonight. That car's not running as well as it has the last couple of weeks. Eric Kotowitz in 22, starting to feel the pressure from Frank Button in car number 23. 8 laps. Pretty well strung out right now with the 15 of Brandon Gaither showing the way. Chuck Brewer on the back of the 80 of Kenny Roth now as they battle for position. That is for the 6th spot. Those two have traded paint a number of times this season. And, well, that normally happens when you run bumper to bumper every single week. Speaking of bumper to bumper, the 22 and 23 are going at it for 2nd. Eric Kotowitz in the 22, Frank Button 23. Button to the outside. He's going to roll the top side and make it look easy. Frank Button to 2nd, but he's got half a straightaway to make up as he hits the afterburners on Eric Kotowitz now in car 22. Brandon Gaither catching lap traffic now. The 56 of Mike Dahm going to get the move over flag here. Lucas Johnson in car 26. He's joined the battle with Chuck Brewer and Skinny Roth for 6th. Brandon Gaither going to come by, put lap 12 on the scoreboard this time. Frank Button going to move up, try to get around Mike Dahm. Man, Brandon Gaither in a different zip code here tonight. Lucas Johnson to the outside of Chuck Brewer in turn 3. The 5-0 and chase down from the young man who's going to be in boot camp here in a couple weeks. Brandon Gaither, your leader, put 13 laps on the scoreboard, 7 to go. Frank Button, Eric Kopwitz, Jason Scrovern, and Aaron Foy, the top 5. Joe Warren wants the sun to come back. That car's been way too straight in the corners during the feature. Six to go for the 15. Black flag coming out for Chase Simons in car number 66. Most recent winner, oh, smoke out of the 7. Oh, in trouble. Around is Lucas Johnson in turn number 2. Aaron Foy's number 7 showing smoke, and Johnson goes around off the bumper of Chuck Brewer. Boy, a lot happening there. 66 gets the black flag. Smoke out of the 7. Aaron Foy. And then the spin for the 26 Lucas Johnson after contact with the 50. The 5-0 using the pit maneuver there off turn number 2. Frank Button going to go to the outside. Eric Kopwitz got nabbed by the choose zone a couple weeks ago, way down on the inside. No real mix-up here, as the odd position cars are on the inside. Even cars went to the outside. Frank Button on the outside. Eric Kopwitz back on the inside of row 2. Jason Scrover is outside. Car number 7, Aaron Foy, will restart in 5th alongside him. Kenny Roth in car number 80. Field is creeping into turn number 3. Daytona Dodge American Auto pace cars off the speedway. And they have set a torrid pace over there in turn number 3. Brandon Gaither, the leader, will be the first car to fire in the restart zone. They're in the box. Green is out, and Gaither's away. Brandon Gaither away with the lead. They stack up from about 3rd on back. Frank Button's got some ground to make up. Brandon Gaither was ready to go. A little jackrabbit start there. And away goes to 15. Frank Button, does they have enough time to chase him down? 5 laps to go this time by. Kenny Roth has worked his way into the top 5. As Aaron Foy tries to battle back in the Pontiac. Frank Button closed the lead down to about 3 cars. Kopwitz hanging on to 3rd. Oh, Kopwitz gets loose off 2. Here comes Scrover in the silver car to the outside. But takes the car length and a half. Frank the tank. We've got a race now, folks. 4 to go this time by. 4 to go for Frank Button. 4 to go for Brandon Gaither, the leader. Side by side for the final spot on the podium. Final spot for a chance to talk to me in victory lane. Who's it going to be? Who's going to win the race? Who's going to finish 3rd? Will they all make it back? It'll be 3 to go this time by for Gaither. Frank Button is closing quick. He's to the back bumper, starting to push up off the corner. Behind them, Scrover and Upper Groove. Kopwitz on the bottom, Scrover on the outside, and hang on the 3rd. Brandon Gaither able to pull away from Frank Button now off turn number 2. Lead up to 4, 5 car lengths. Frank's been better on this end of the speedway. Frank Button trying to build his momentum back up. Oh, he's running out of time. It'll be 2 to go. 2 laps to go for Brandon Gaither in the 15. Frank Button digging on the bottom of the racetrack, loses so much ground in the middle of 1 and 2. A lap and a half left. And Frank's going to make something happen. He's got to make it happen now. He sends it into turn number 3. Can he carry the momentum off the corner? He looks to the inside. Gaither gets loose. White flag is out. Final trip. What can Frank Button do? Brandon Gaither defensive line into 1. Almost clips the apron. Gets his car out of shape. Button is there. It's a car length and a half now. Brandon Gaither trying to run away and hide. The battle's on for third behind him. Frank's going to send it into turn number 3. Final shot for Frank Button. He's too far back, coming off turn number 4. For the first time in Bomber B's, it'll be Brandon Gaither the winner. Frank Button second and third at the line, trading paint all the way to the wire. I think the 49 got it by a bumper bar. Wow, what a race by the Bomber B's tonight. Burn it down. Let them hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Get all the good out of that thing. So again, waiting on scoring to find out who finished in third. It was close at the line. Scoreboard says 49, but we'll let the officials work on that one. And let's go down and talk to our winner, Brandon Gaither. Fun little race that was. And here he comes. Let's hear it. Brandon Gaither. He's the first-time winner for the second week in a row. Oh, it smells. See if we can get over here and grab a word with Brandon. See if we can find a spot where the microphone's going to work pretty well. A lot of people down here. Brandon, come on over here. 2 weeks in a row, man. You're a first-time winner here at New Smyrna. You dominated this one, then the caution comes out, and you had to hold off Frank Button there. What's going through your mind those last couple of laps?
Oh, when the caution came out and I knew Frank was behind me, I knew it was about to get good. And I'm just thankful that we finished where we finished. We've had a lot of problems, and we finally got all the bugs worked out, so I think everything's pretty good.
A couple weeks ago, you guys couldn't keep this thing running, and tonight you had it running on rails. You and Frank put on a heck of a show up front. Man, it's got to feel good. You got your first Bomber A win, now your first Bomber B win.
Oh, it feels great. I mean, I can't thank everybody enough. I raced with the best people. Frank ran me good. I have all the help from Dustin and Jason and Bob and Brandon and everybody else I can think of. I've got so much help from everybody. This is where I should be.
Oh, we love seeing you out here, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Gaither, you're a winner in the Bomber Beast tonight. Frank's going to go talk to Brandon real quick. We'll catch up with Frank here in a minute. We'll see if they've settled this debate for third. I think they're still talking about it. Scoreboard says 49, but
it looked really close. I could see we looked over and I could see right into his eye. When I looked over, I was trying to see if I was ahead or not, but
I think they're trying to figure it out up there. Scoreboard says 49, but who knows out the window. Did you have fun tonight?
Absolutely.
Well, it's good to see you out here. Eric Cowitz brings us third, maybe fourth. Jason, what do you think? Were you third tonight?
I don't know. It was tight. So it was, I mean, we were looking right at each other in the eyes, or I was. But it was close either way. Just glad to be out here, right? Slowly learning this. Couldn't win tonight. A little bit of controversy a few weeks ago, but we're getting the hang of this, and we plan on coming back and running with you guys, so we'll get better.
Well, it's good to see you out here, and we're going to let the officials figure out who was third, but nonetheless, you guys put on a show, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, it was fun. Eric, thanks. He gave me a little bit of a paint job tomorrow, but it was fun racing.
Well, it's fun watching. Grover in maybe third, maybe fourth. Eric Cotwitz with a good round, maybe third, maybe fourth. We'll figure it out. Frank, I know you want to win these things so bad. Knowing that, watching you drive the wheels off this thing this last couple laps, what did you need?
I didn't want to get last week. Put it back together. Great. Us over here, we're getting
With all the work you had to do on this car, I mean, the right front was torn off this thing a couple of weeks ago. For you to put it back together and be the only guy to run with Brandon today, again, that's just got to make you even more hungry to get that win.
You know that I'm points racing. Everybody knows we are. I think we had a good points night. We won the heat race. We got second gear. Unfortunately, Vence had to load up. I'm sorry for him because I know it would have been a three-way battle if he was still here. But we're going to come back next weekend and try to do it all over again.
Well, keep fighting. We'll be talking to you one spot better.
I want to thank Jim, Danny, Pops. He's not here, but I want to thank these guys. They put it together in 2 days. We ripped the wheel off and put everything back together in 2 days. I want to thank them. I want to thank Adonis. I want to thank Mike and Melissa for coming out because they haven't been here in forever. I want to thank Holly, Arabella, and I also want to thank my sponsors, VMP Performance, Gary's Transmission, Brickhouse Farms, Boogs Racing, Sweetie Sides and Custom Exhaust Hot Rod, Pizza Man. Definitely thanks Shane Sators for this hot rod that we have here. Shark Bite Cafe, Sizzles Bright, oh my God. Sizzles Bright Pool, a restart zone, Byron's Auto, Edgewater Towing, and Raw Rep Industries. I can't read.
That's a lot. We need to get Holly a shirt so you can read off the shirt, right?
And I want to thank everybody for coming out. Thanks for sticking out through the rain. We appreciate y'all. Thank you again.
Thank you, Frank. Good job on second place. Frank Button, he's going to get one spot better before the season's out. Man, what a race. Bomber B's getting moved up on the schedule, putting on a show for us. Modified.
Go to patreon.com/speedwayvideo now.